And in men's singles, Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz clashed in the blockbuster title contest on Sunday. They have shared previous 7 Grand Slam titles, and this is the 3rd consecutive major final this year between them. Alcaraz clinched the French Open before Sinner took home the Wimbledon title. In the summer clash, not only the crown, but the #1 spot in the rankings is also at stake. All right, to talk more on this, DD India's Narayan Singh joins us. Narayan, the latest chapter of arguably the most riveting rivalry in modern-day men's tennis, Alcaraz versus Sinner. 5 hours and 29 minutes in French Open. Wimbledon was just over 3 hours, and we are in for a marathon game again.
Abhishek, definitely, if we talk about the two modern-day greats, now after the diminishing power of the Novak Djokovic, he was the last, we can say, installment of the big three we used to discuss since last 2 decades. But this new rivalry that is just boiling between Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz, we can say that it is one of the best in the modern-day era. If you take a look at their records, their last 7 Grand Slams were shared between these two players, and it is the 3rd time they will play in a consecutive manner the final of a Grand Slam championship. So last time it was Novak Djokovic at the US Open who won a major Grand Slam trophy, and after that these two were establishing themselves as the greatest of the tennis world. If you take a look, their record this year, two Grand Slams were won by Jannik Sinner, that is Wimbledon and Australian Open, and the French Open was won by Carlos Alcaraz, and it's the time to settle the score for Carlos Alcaraz to make it 2-all for him. But we know that the quality of Jannik Sinner on hard court is always a difficult player to beat him, because we know that he has won 2 Australian Open, and at the hard courts, and especially the slick hard court, he dominates much. But we saw in the semi-finals, his Sinner's semi-final match against Alex, he took a medical timeout. He dropped the second time in the tournament. So looking like an even contest, but we know that Alcaraz, what kind of player he is, very exceptional, very skilled player. He has a variety of the shot. He can play drop shot. He can top spin the ball. He can, we can say that near the net, he can play exceptionally well shot. But we know that Sinner, he has a great quality of playing down the line from the baselines. His shots are very, we can say, the ground stroke and very fast, and it's very difficult for any opponent to control those shots. So all in all, it's going to be a cracker of a contest between the two greats of the modern era, and they will try to establish themselves and try to just, we can say, it's very nascent, it's very early to say that they will match the big three, but they had definitely showed the symptoms. They have showed the signs of being the greatest in the tennis world.
Absolutely going to be a cracker of a match, and you can watch a special show on this at 1:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. We'll leave it at that. Thank you for your inputs, Narayan.